If you're a Polish speaker learning English, there's a good chance one piece of grammar has been a real headache, the present perfect. You know the one. If that tense has ever left you feeling just a little bit lost, you are in exactly the right place. Today, on The Explainer, we are going to crack that code together.
So let's get right to it. Why is this thing so confusing? I mean, you've probably had that thought, right? I'll just use the past tense. It's so much easier. And you know what? That's a totally fair reaction. Because the problem, the real root of the confusion, it isn't you. It's that your native language just thinks about time differently. But the good news is, there's a way through it.
And here it is, the heart of the issue. Polish doesn't have a one-to-one translation for this tense, so trying to find one is just going to drive you crazy. Instead, let's change how we think about it. This is the big idea for today. From now on, I want you to picture the present perfect as a bridge. It's this special structure in English that connects something that happened in the past directly to right now, the present moment.
Now, to get us across that bridge, we've got a super clear plan. First, we'll look at the puzzle itself. Then, we'll see how to actually build the tense. After that, we'll unlock it with 4 master keys. I'll show you the common traps to avoid. And then finally, we'll put it all into practice. All right, let's dive in. Okay, so first things first. Let's really look at these puzzle pieces. What is the actual job of the present perfect? What is it trying to tell us? At its heart, the present perfect is all about a past action that has some kind of result or relevance right now. In Polish, you might just say, zjadłem, I ate. But in English, when we say I have eaten, we're adding this extra layer of meaning. We're shining a spotlight on the result, telling the listener, hey, the fact that I ate in the past, it matters in this very moment. Okay, so we know why it exists. Now let's get into the how. How do you actually build this thing? Don't worry, this is the easy part. It's like getting the simple architectural drawings for our bridge. And here's the best part. The formula is so simple. You really only need 2 things. First, you grab the right form of to have, so that's have or has. Then you add the past participle. That's the 3rd form of a verb, like go, went, gone. For negatives, just pop not in there. For questions, you just flip it around and put have or has at the start. That's it. Seriously, that's the whole blueprint. All right, we've got the blueprint. Now for maybe the most important part of this whole explainer, learning when to actually use it. And I've broken it down into 4 main situations. I want you to think of these as 4 master keys that will unlock the present perfect for you almost every single time.
So our first key is for life experiences. It's kind of like your life's CV or resume. When you say, I have been to Kraków, you're not talking about a specific trip. The point is that this experience is now part of you. Part of your life story. The when doesn't matter. It's the experience itself that counts.
Key number 2. Now this one is huge. It is all about the result in the present. If you say, I have lost my phone, sure, the action happened in the past. But what everyone hears is the present problem. I don't have my phone now. A past action created a current situation. That's our bridge metaphor in action, right there.
All right, key number 3. This one's for things that aren't finished yet, actions that started in the past and are still going on today. If you say, I have lived in Warsaw for 5 years, it means you started 5 years ago and you are still living there right now. That action literally crosses the bridge from the past and is still standing right here in the present.
And finally, our 4th key is for recent news, things that just happened. When you use little words like just, already, or yet, you're flagging that the action is very fresh. Saying I have just eaten lunch tells us something important about right now. You're not hungry. The action is done, but its effect is still warm. So now you have the 4 keys to unlock the tense. But just as important is knowing what not to do. Let's look at the common traps people fall into, because avoiding these is going to make all the difference. Pay close attention here because this is the single biggest trap. The rule is simple. If you name the specific time in the past, yesterday, last week, in 2010, that moment is finished. It's a closed box. You must use the past simple. The present perfect is for when the time is not specified. So, I have seen her before, perfect. But I have seen her yesterday? That's a broken bridge. It just doesn't work. And to make your life easier, there are some handy signal words to look out for. Think of these as little clues or cheat codes. Whenever you see words like ever, never, already, yet, for, since, It's like a giant flashing sign pointing you right at the present perfect. They practically do the work for you. Now, the other little trap is that past participle. For regular verbs, it's easy. You just add ed, no problem. But those irregular verbs, yeah. Things like go becoming gone or eat becoming eaten. Look, I know it's just memorization, and that can be a pain. But getting this list down is absolutely essential to building that bridge perfectly every time.
Okay, enough theory. Theory's great, but let's see how this all clicks together in a real, natural conversation. This is where you see the code really come to life.
Okay, just watch how these tenses dance together here. The teacher opens with a big, general question about life experience. Have you ever been? That's key number 1, present perfect. Kasia answers back the same way. But watch what happens next. The second the teacher wants a specific detail, when did you go? Boom. The tense immediately shifts to the past simple. I went last summer. You see? The present perfect opens the door and the past simple walks right in to give the details.
I know, we've covered a lot of ground. But if you remember nothing else, I want you to remember this one thing. It all comes down to one golden rule. One simple question you can ask yourself every single time.
Before you speak or write, just ask yourself this one question. Am I talking about a finished, specific time in the past, or is the result of what happened important to me right now? If it has a result, a consequence, a connection to this present moment, if it matters now, bam, you use the present perfect. It's that simple.
So, to finish up, I'll leave you with a little bit of homework. Using the very tense we've been talking about, what is one thing you have learned today? Think about it. The moment you answer that question, you'll realize you're already using it, and you're one huge step closer to making this tense your own. Thanks for joining me on The Explainer.